So, hello everyone, and welcome to this session. This is the ninth week in our session for solving physics gate problems from previous years. So, we are solving gate physics problems from the previous 10 years, and every week we look at one particular topic. So this week we will be focusing on mathematical physics. So as always, we start with a few general aptitude questions and then we proceed to the topic for that week. So this week the topic is mathematical physics, and next week the topic would be electromagnetic theory. So before proceeding, I would provide the important links for you in the chat box. So we have a YouTube channel where all of these videos are uploaded regularly. So on the YouTube channel, each of these videos is there as a live stream as well as a recorded video. So every week the videos are live streamed, and then you can go back and revisit the videos at any point of time. So if you have missed any session from the previous weeks, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel and you would get the videos of all the previous weeks. So let us begin. Before we proceed, I would want to make one important announcement. So next week, the session would be solely on YouTube, not on Zoom. So next week, so like every week, we are having this class on Zoom, and it is then uploaded on YouTube and live streamed on YouTube simultaneously. But just for next week, just for that 1 week, the lecture would be only on YouTube and not on Zoom. So for the next week, all of you should join only through the YouTube channel link that I have just provided in the chat box. This is for just 1 week. This is like a 1 week exception. And after that, we will come back again to the Zoom sessions. So let us get started. First off, we have some questions on general aptitude. And as you know, in general aptitude section, you have some questions from based on English grammar and English vocabulary, and some simple mathematical logical reasoning type questions as well. So the first question over here is a very simple English language based question. When she fell down dash, she received many dash but little help. So the words that best fill the blanks in the above sentence are, well, obviously the correct answer for this is A. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got my pen now. So the correct answer for this is A. When she fell down stairs, she received many stares but little help. So the first stairs is staircase, and the second stare is looking, the glances that people give, that stare is there. So one thing that I would want to point out, that when you use the word little or few, so some people mix up. So few or little actually means close to nothing, like absolutely nothing. It does not mean something. So when you say few people attended the seminar, that means literally almost no one attended the seminar. When you say a few students attended the seminar, that time it means that some students attended the seminar. So when you put the word a before few or before little, then it makes the sense, and then it means that some people or something, or basically something, is a few. But if you just use few without a, that means nothing. So be careful. So here it is little help, that means almost no help.
That
Yeah.
zoom in. We are unable to see what are the questions.
You are unable to see the question, is that it?
Very, very small letter.
Okay. Is it the same for others as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, to me over here it shows up perfectly. Let me just check once again. Could people check in YouTube how it is looking? I think it's looking fine in YouTube, it seems. It seems Zoom is causing some problem. Could someone just check quickly in YouTube how it's looking? Is it better now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So yeah, that was the first question. Next question. In spite of being warned repeatedly, he failed to correct his dash behavior. So again, very simple. Correct answer over here is, in spite of being warned repeatedly, he failed to correct his errant behavior. So now the meaning of this word is from Oxford Dictionary. So as you might be aware by now, for English vocabulary, we typically look up Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary or Cambridge Dictionary. So according to Oxford, the meaning of this word is as follows: doing something wrong, or not behaving in an acceptable way. So this is the definition that Oxford provides us with. And one example phrase in Oxford Dictionary is errant fathers who refuse to pay maintenance for their children. So this was a question based on English language vocabulary. Moving on, now we have some simple mathematical questions, some very simple stuff. So first question is, for 0 less than equal to x less than equal to pi, so in the interval 0 to 2 pi, sin x and cos x are both decreasing functions in which of these intervals? So decreasing functions, so decreasing function, definition of a decreasing function is that f of x2 is less than f of x1 when x2 is greater than x1. Okay, so this is the definition of a decreasing function. And if you look at it, then this is sine x. So the first curve over here is the curve for sine x, and this curve is for cos x. And if you look at the interval in which these functions are decreasing, so these functions, sin x is decreasing in this interval and cos x is decreasing in this interval. So the common interval in which both of them are decreasing is this region, pi by 2 to pi, pi by 2 to pi. So the correct answer is option B, pi by 2 to pi. This is the interval in which both sin x and cos x are decreasing functions. Next question, again very simple question. The area of an equivalent triangle is root 3, then what is its perimeter? Now equivalent is just another word for equilateral. So area for an equilateral triangle is root 3 by 4 a squared, where a is the length of the side, and all sides are same length for an equilateral triangle. So this means an area is given as √3. So this gives me the length of the side as 2. So perimeter is the sum of all the side lengths. So perimeter will be 3 times a single side length. So this is going to be 6. Next question. This is based on volumes of different kinds of objects. So arrange the following in descending order of their volumes. Cuboid with dimensions 10 centimeter, 8 centimeter, and 6 centimeter. Cube of side 8 centimeter. Cylinder of base radius 7 centimeter and height 7 centimeters. And sphere of radius 7 centimeters. So we need to arrange in decreasing order. So let us start. So volume of the first one is simply the product of all the side lengths, because it is volume of cuboid is simply the product of all its side lengths. Then for the second one, it is like so, because volume is the cube of the side length. Then the third one, volume of a cylinder is pi r squared h. And the last one, volume of a sphere is simply 4 by 3 pi r cubed. So if you look at it, the descending order is from 4, 3, 2, 1. So descending order is going from 4, 3, 2, 1 like this. So the correct option would be option D, 4, 3, 2, 1. The descending order of volumes of these objects. Okay, so this completes the initial introductory beginning section on general aptitude. And now we would move towards our next section, which is on mathematical physics. So next section. First question in mathematical physics. Yeah, sorry, someone has a doubt?
I have one question from general aptitude.
Okay.
Which is on triangle.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, please wait. I am sending.
Sorry, what is your question? Yeah, Harish, you were saying something. You had a question, right?
I have one question on triangle.
Could you just tell me what the question is?
Question I am sending a chat box.
And where have you sent it?
Chat box.
I don't see it in the chat box actually. It's not there in the chat box yet. Are you there on the Discord server that we have?
Yes, ma'am. It is uploading. Please wait. I am sending it.
So are you putting it up on the Discord server? So Harish, I've still not yet received your question. So just answer me this thing. Are you there on the Discord server that we have created?
Possible to send here. What is the
Okay, fine. So it seems that you're not able to put it up on the chat box over here. But have you joined the Discord server that we have created?
web?
If it is not there, then what I will do is I would suggest that you join the Discord server that we have created and you post the question on the Discord server that we have. Is that fine? Okay, I'll put up the link to the Discord server in the chat box so that it becomes easy for you. Seems that your internet connection is probably not very fast, so it's not uploading. So join this Discord server, Harish. I've sent it in the chat box. If you click on that link, then you would basically be able to join the Discord server. Is that fine? Hello? Harish, is that fine with you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so have you joined the Discord server? If
This is uploading, you can send. This is uploading on chat. Yes,
Yeah.
you will get. I think it is straight.
Okay, let me check. It is not showing up still. So if it doesn't work out, then we will do it in the next class maybe, or maybe I will proceed and I will come back to it by the time this thing uploads and downloads. Okay, maybe at the end of the lecture.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, thank you for sending it. We will check it up in some time. And please do join the Discord server. There you can post your questions as in when you feel like, and then we can discuss it whenever the time is convenient for us. Okay, so let us proceed. So now moving on to mathematical physics. This is the first question on Fourier series. So it says let theta be a variable in the range minus pi to plus pi, and consider a function which takes the value 1 in the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 and 0 otherwise. So if its Fourier series is written as follows, it's a complex Fourier series with summation of Cm e to the power minus Im theta, then the value of mod C3 squared is, we need to find out. So this is the function that I sketched out for all of you. So this function takes the value plus 1. So this is plus 1 in the interval minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2 and 0 otherwise. So this is the function that I have. So Fourier coefficient in this Fourier series, in this complex Fourier series, is given as follows. Where 2L is nothing but the period of the function, which is equal to 2 pi in our case. And we need to find out C3 first and then take its mod. So C3 means m equal to 3. So 1 over 2L minus pi 2 pi f of theta e to the power I m theta, and m is 3. So I 3 theta d theta. So we need to simply evaluate this integral. Now note that this integral is over the 2 pi range, minus pi to plus pi, but the function takes value plus 1 only for minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, and it is 0 otherwise. So minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, and value of the function is 1 in this interval, and e to the power 3I theta d theta, and 1 over 2l is simply 1 over 2 pi, and this integral is simple integral, and substituting for minus pi by 2 and pi by 2. So this right here is nothing but 2I sine 3 pi by 2. So that means C3 is 1 over 6 pi I into 2I sine 3 pi by 2, which is negative 1 over 3 pi. So mod C3 squared is nothing but 1 over 9 pi squared, and rounding off to 3 decimal places is 0.011. So the correct answer is 0.011. Now next question, this is on finding some integrals. So the value of the integral minus infinity to plus infinity cos kx over x squared plus a squared dx is, we need to find out, where k and a are constants which are positive. So to solve this question, we will make use of complex analysis, in particular the residue theorem. So the residue theorem states that integral of a complex valued function over a curve C, closed curve C, is given as follows: 2 pi I times a minus 1 plus b minus 1, and so on and so forth, where this a minus 1, b minus 1, all these things are basically sum of residues of singularities which are enclosed by the simple closed curve C. So the singularities should lie within the simple closed curve C for them to contribute to the value of the integral. And this residue is given by the following expression. Where z equal to a is a pole of order k. Now, this integral that we have is not a complex integral, it's a real integral over the real x-axis. So how do we relate this complex integral to this real integral? It is by this. So what we will do is, to find out the value of this real integral, we will consider the following complex valued integral. And the curve that we will choose will be the upper half circle, means upper semicircle. Let me draw the curve for you. So this is the curve that we have. what happens when we set this r tending to infinity, then this part goes from minus infinity to plus infinity along the x-axis. So this is the x-axis. So when r tends to infinity, then what you get is that this particular integral over this upper half circle tends to the integral along the x-axis. So this property is what we will make use of to find out this real valued integral by means of complex valued integrals. So let us start. Let us take our f of z. F of z we will take as e to the power I kz over z squared plus a squared. And why not cos kz, you might ask? That is because we will then take its real value, and then the real so e to the power I kz is nothing but cos kz plus I sin kz. So if we take the real part of it, then we will get cos kz. So someone had a doubt, it seems like someone had raised their hand.
Ma'am, can we choose the lower half for this integration?
Yeah, you can choose the lower half as well. No issue.
Okay.
You just need to be careful of the sign. Okay. So when you are taking the lower half, okay, let me just draw. You need to just be, careful about what kind of signs you are using. So if you are drawing your function on the lower half circle, let's say this is your thing and you are taking this function, this is this way. So you just need to make sure that you are moving in the right direction, like in a anti-clockwise sense. So when you will go in the anti-clockwise sense, you are going like this and then coming like this. So this integral, note that it is starting from the positive end and going to the negative end. So this would be integral infinity to minus infinity. Note this. And this is nothing but negative of infinity, integral from minus infinity to plus infinity. So just a minus sign you need to take care of based on the direction of the sense that of integration, the sense of direction that we are taking. So you just need to be careful with this. Otherwise, you can take upper half circle or lower half circle, either way that you feel comfortable with. Upper half circle helps you that in the sense that you don't have to worry about this minus sign. Automatically the direction that is taken in this automatically gives you integral from minus infinity to plus infinity without any plus minus sign here and there. Otherwise everything is mathematically equivalent. So this is how we will take. This is our f of z, and then taking its real part would be cos kz. So this function can be factorized, means the denominator can be factorized as follows. So this means that z equal to plus minus ia are simple poles. Simple poles. Out of this, only z equal to ia is in upper half plane, upper half circle. Only this one lies in the upper half. If you are looking at the lower half, then you would take minus ia and then you would take care of the signs. Okay, so this is the thing. So let us then proceed to find out the residue. So residue at z equal to a is like this. So we need to find out this limit. So this term factor cancels in the numerator and denominator. So you are left with z equal to ia, and then 2ia in the denominator because of z plus ia. So this is e to the power minus ka over 2ia. Now the integral over upper half circle of f of z dz is nothing but, by the residue theorem, 2 pi I times a minus 1, which is 2 pi I times e to the power minus ka over 2ia. So this is pi by a e to the power minus ka. And the real part of this is nothing but the integral that we wanted. That is integral of minus infinity to plus infinity cos kx over x squared plus a squared dx, which is equal to pi over a e to the power minus ka. So the correct option is, if we go back to the options, so correct option is option A, pi over a e to the power minus ka. So next question. The pole of the function fz equal to cot z at z equal to 0 is what? We need to classify the type of the pole. So we are given f of z equal to cot z, and cot z is nothing but 1 over tan z. And let us use Taylor's series to expand this. So Taylor series, or equivalently Maclaurin series, when it is about the origin. So we will use Maclaurin series or Taylor series. And what that says is that f of z is nothing but f at 0 plus f prime at 0 times z plus f double prime double derivative at 0 times z squared over 2 factorial plus so on and so forth. So from this, what we get, tan of z is tan of 0, that means 0, plus f prime 0 times z. So derivative of tan z is sec squared z, and sec squared z at z equal to 0 is 1. So this gives me simply z. Then the next term is again 0, and then we will have the third derivative term. So basically we need to differentiate tan z 3 times, and what that gives you at z equal to 0 is 1 again, and 1 by 2, it gives you 2. So this gives you z cubed over 3. So the next term, if I write over here, let me write this term. This is f third derivative z cubed over 3 factorial. So this triple derivative of tan z at z equal to 0 turns out to be equal to 2. As a result, you get the term z cubed by 3, and so on and so forth. So that means that my given function fz equal to 1 over tan z would be 1 over z plus z cubed by 3 plus higher order terms, and we can take z common in the denominator, so that gives you 1 plus z squared by 3 plus higher order terms, and by the binomial expansion this would give you 1 minus z squared by 3 and so on and so forth, higher order terms. So this is 1 over z minus z by 3 and higher order terms. So from this you can see that z equal to 0 is a simple pole. So z equal to 0 is nothing but a simple pole. That is pole of order 1. pole of order 1. Now next question. During a rotation, vectors along the axis of rotation remain unchanged. For the rotation matrix given as follows 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, minus 1 and minus 1, 0, 0, the vector along the axis of rotation is, so we are given a rotation matrix and we need to find out its axis of rotation, and points on the axis of rotation remain unchanged whenever you are applying the rotation transformation. So what we have is, let us say the rotation matrix is R, the axis of rotation, that's A. So this means that RA is equal to A because the rotation matrix leaves the axis of rotation unchanged. So in our case, the R is 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, negative 1 and negative 1, 0, 0. And let the axis of rotation be given by x, y, z. So R times A is what? Let us do this multiplication. So this implies, so this multiplication right here gives me what? Gives me y, then minus z and minus x. So from here we get y is equal to x, minus z equal to y, and minus x equal to z. So combining this, we get x equal to y equal to minus z. So the corresponding vector for this would be like so, x equal to y, so k and minus k, where k is some constant. Okay, and for the normalized vector, we would take k as 1 over root 3 for normalization. So upon normalization, what you would get as the axis of rotation is 1 over root 3, 1, 1, negative 1. So this is the axis of rotation, meaning that if you apply the rotation matrix to points along this axis, then they would be unchanged. They would not be affected by the action of rotation. So the correct option in this case, so this is for normalized vector, and this was the direction. So the correct option is option B. Now the last question, this is a question on differential equations. So yeah, someone has a question? Yeah, someone is trying to ask something. Harish, do you want to ask something? So if you have any questions, please feel free to unmute and ask. If not, please try to keep yourself on mute. So moving on to the last question on differential equations. So for the differential equation, d squared y over dx squared minus n into n plus 1 y over x squared equal to 0, where n is a constant, the product of its two independent solutions is, we need to select the option which is the product of the two independent solutions. So we need to find out the two independent solutions, and then the final solution would be a linear combination of the two independent solutions. So let us start. So before we proceed, we need to note that this differential equation is in the form of what is known as the Euler-Cauchy equation, Euler-Cauchy differential equation. And the Euler-Cauchy differential equation is given as follows. This is the nth order Euler-Cauchy differential equation. Where this y to the power n means in parenthesis is the order of differentiation, and second order Euler-Cauchy differential equation means n equal to 2 gives you x squared d squared y over dx squared plus ax dy by dx plus by equal to 0. So ours is an Euler-Cauchy differential equation of order n equal to 2. Now for this Euler-Cauchy differential equation, what we do is we select a trial solution of the form y is equal to x to the power m. Then differentiating gives us dy by dx is equal to x to the power m x to the power m minus 1, and the second derivative is as follows. So putting it all back into the original differential equation that we have, that is this thing, gives us what? It gives us x squared d squared y by dx squared. So x squared m into m minus 1 x to the power m minus 2 plus ax, then dy by dx mx to the power m minus 1 plus by, so b to the power bx to the power m, this is equal to 0. So this gives you what is known as the characteristic or initial equation as m squared plus a minus 1 m plus b equal to 0. So how we get this is because we see all of these terms are of the form x to the power m times something. So x to the power m can never be 0. That's because x to the power m, this function can never be 0. So whatever is multiplied to that should be equal to 0. So when you take x to the power m common from each of these terms, then this is what you get. And this is known as, so this equation is known as either initial equation or sometimes known as characteristic equation. So in our case, we have a equal to 0 and b equal to this, b equal to minus n into n plus 1. So this is our a and b. So for us, the initial equation is nothing but m squared minus m minus n into n plus 1, and this should be equal to 0. So this is a quadratic equation in m. So m would be using the quadratic formula. Just simplifying the term. So this gives me that m is either n plus 1 or minus n. So this gives us distinct roots. So for the case of distinct roots, the solution to the differential equation is as follows. So this is the complete solution, and the product of independent solutions so these are the independent solutions. x to the power n plus 1 into x to the power minus n. This gives me simply x. So the product of the two individual solutions is nothing but simply x. So this completes the questions that we had today. So someone is asking for the Discord server. Okay, I will share the link of the Discord server once again.
Please share again.
Yeah, I will share it once again with you. You can then join it. So just give me a minute. So I'm typing out the Discord server link in the chat box. So just click on this link and then you would be able to join the Discord server. And then you can freely post your questions over there. And that would be helpful for you as well as for me. Because I would then be able to look at it according to my time convenience and then will be able to respond to your queries. Hello? Yeah, you were saying, someone was saying something. Voice is not clear.
आपने chat पे question भी था.
Could you repeat? Actually, your voice is not clear.
आपको chat पे question मिला है.
हाँ, चैट पे कुछ आया है बट समहाउ चैट पर जो आया है वो खुल नहीं पा रहा है मुझसे.
So ये picture में खुलेगा laptop में जो picture आती है.
So this chat box is giving me some problems. So let me try once again. Are you able to join the Discord server? Because that makes life very easy. Then you can just it's kind of like WhatsApp but little bit more advanced version of it. So this chat box thing is a little bit causing, like, when I click on it, the stuff doesn't really open up. Just give me a thumbs up if you are able to join the Discord server or not. I see Harish Kumar has joined. So you are Harish Kumar. Hello. I see today Guru Dutt has joined. So Harish, are you Harish Kumar who has joined the Discord server?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so could you please post your question over there in the Discord server? Then I will respond to your question as soon as it's possible and convenient for me. And I also promise that apart from sending you the solution on the Discord server, I will definitely discuss this question in the next class. So in the next class, my first question of the next week is going to be a question sent to me by Harish. So you said that this is some question on general aptitude, right? So next week, the very first question that I will solve is the question posed to me by Harish. Hello? Hello?
What my question?
Yeah, as
What my question?
I said, the chat box stuff is not opening up for me. Somehow the chat box is just not opening up for me. I click on it, then it still doesn't open. So this Zoom chat box is probably not the best way to share stuff. So you can post it on the homework help channel in the Discord server.
Okay, ma'am. I will post it next week.
Yeah, once you post it, I will provide you with the solution, and I will also discuss the solution in the video for in the lecture for the next week. And next week, people, please note that the lecture is going to be on the YouTube channel itself, not on the Zoom link over here. So please take note of the YouTube channel. Only for next week, the lecture is going to be on the YouTube channel and not on the Zoom. After that, we will come back again to the Zoom channel for the lectures.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
next आप कॉम्प्लेक्स में से कंटिन्यूटी एनालिटिक फंक्शन वहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही है वहाँ वो टॉपिक लेकर चलोगे?
अच्छा, तो आपको कॉम्प्लेक्स एनालिसिस में और भी इश्यूज आ रहे हैं?
हाँ हाँ हाँ
हाँ, सो मेरा सुझाव आपको यही रहेगा कि जैसे नेक्स्ट वीक हमने जैसे प्लान किया है, हम हर हफ्ते एक टॉपिक चूज करते हैं। 3 टॉपिक्स हैं हमारे पास, मैथमेटिकल फिजिक्स, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक थियरी और क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स। और हम हर हफ्ते ये टॉपिक्स को साइकिल करते हैं। तो मतलब एक पहला हफ्ता मैथमेटिकल फिजिक्स किया, तो दूसरा हफ्ता इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक थियरी करते हैं, और तीसरा हफ्ता क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स, और वापस से चौथे हफ्ते फिर से हम आते हैं मैथमेटिकल फिजिक्स पे। तो नेक्स्ट हफ्ता जो हमारा प्लान है, उसके हिसाब से हम इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक थियरी डिस्कस करेंगे। पर आपको जो कोई भी सवाल है कॉम्प्लेक्स एनालिसिस में, आप यदि उसको डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर पे डालेंगे तो ज़रूर मैं उसका जवाब दूंगी आपको डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर पे। और मैं नहीं तो आपके जो यहाँ पे क्लासमेट्स और फ्रेंड्स हैं, वो भी डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर पे देख के आपको मदद कर सकते हैं आपकी। तो नेक्स्ट वीक पे तो मैं ये नहीं कहूँगी कि मैं कॉम्प्लेक्स एनालिसिस के और कुछ क्वेश्चंस करूँगी। मैं डेफिनेटली आपने जो जो क्वेश्चन आप भेजेंगे, ये जनरल एप्टीट्यूड का कुछ आपने कहा था, ट्राइंगल पे जनरल एप्टीट्यूड का क्वेश्चन है, उस सवाल को मैं बेशक सॉल्व करूँगी नेक्स्ट क्लास में, क्योंकि हम हर क्लास में शुरू करते हैं जनरल एप्टीट्यूड के कुछ क्वेश्चन से, और उसके बाद हम टॉपिक की ओर बढ़ते हैं।
मैम अगली क्लास आप ईएमटी की बता रहे हो?
हाँ, अगली क्लास ईएमटी की होगी।
ईएमटी में कौन सा टॉपिक लेकर चलोगे?
तो ये बेसिकली हम जिस प्रकार से सॉल्व करते हैं, हम पिछले साल के गेट के क्वेश्चंस उठाते हैं, सेलेक्ट करते हैं रैंडमली। एज सच कुछ पर्टिकुलर अभी मेरे दिमाग में है नहीं, पर जो भी ईएमटी के क्वेश्चंस होंगे, 5-6 क्वेश्चंस ईएमटी से उठा करके हम
आप ईएमटी में टॉपिक वाइज कंटिन्यू चलो, ताकि हमारे डाउट्स क्लियर होते रहे और हम अपनी तरफ से क्वेश्चन पूछ सकें। ईएमटी में कोई पार्टिकुलर टॉपिक लेकर चलो।
तो आपके पास यदि कोई सजेशन है, यदि आप कुछ चाहते हैं कि इस प्रकार से हो, तो आप वो सजेशन डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर में डाल दीजिए। अगर वो सजेशन को मैं इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकती हूँ, उस हिसाब से मैं कर सकती हूँ, मेरा प्लान उस हिसाब से चल रहा है, तो मैं उस हिसाब से करूँगी। अगर आपको कुछ पर्टिकुलर चीज़ चाहिए ईएमटी में, कि आप चाहते हो कि ये वाले क्वेश्चन हम सॉल्व करें, तो आप उसको डाल दीजिए, तो मैं उस हिसाब से अगले हफ्ते का लेक्चर प्रिपेयर करूँगी।
मैम ईएमटी की बात करूँ तो मुझे ईएमवेव में बहुत ज़्यादा दिक्कत है।
सॉरी,
और बाकी तो मैं ईएमटी में ईएम वेव आते हैं ना,
हाँ हाँ,
ईएम वेव इन मैटर, वहाँ पे दिक्कत आ रही है, वहाँ से क्वेश्चन नहीं हो पा
ठीक है। तो ईएम वेव्स इन मैटर के हमने कुछ क्वेश्चंस पिछले हफ्तों में भी सॉल्व किए हैं, जब हमने ईएमटी किया था। तो मैं उन लेक्चर्स का भी लिंक आपको, आप यूट्यूब चैनल पे जाके देख सकते हैं। पिछले हफ्तों में जब हमने ईएमटी किया है, तो उसमें ईएमटी के ऑलरेडी पिछले हफ्तों में, जैसे मैंने कि कहा था साइकिल चलता है, तो 2 हफ्ते ईएमटी के हो चुके हैं हमारे। उसमें कुछ टॉपिक्स हमने डिस्कस किए हैं।
पता चला है मुझे, कल से क्लासेस का पता चला है, मतलब ऐसे क्लास होती है।
हाँ हाँ, ठीक है, कोई नहीं। आप लेट ज्वाइन किए हैं, उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। यूट्यूब चैनल पे सारे के सारे लेक्चर्स पूरे रिकॉर्डेड सारे डाले हुए हैं, सारे क्वेश्चंस जितने भी हमने सॉल्व किए हैं अभी तक।
हमें जैसे आप पहले जैसे ईएमटी में ये सॉरी ईएम वेव पढ़ा रहे हो आप
जी,
थोड़ा सा उसका डिस्कस करके आप उसके बाद क्वेश्चन लगाओ।
ठीक है, ठीक है,
ज़्यादा समझ में आए।
ठीक है, ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं। तो जो भी आपके मन में सवाल हैं, जो भी आपके डाउट्स हैं, जो भी आपके सुझाव हैं, जो सजेशंस हैं, जैसा आप चाहते हो, तो
तो आप मेंबर से और पूछ लीजिए वो क्या सजेस्ट करना चाहते हैं।
जी, इसीलिए मैं हमने डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर बनाई है कि जिसको जब जैसा मन करेगा वो डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर पे जा करके।
मैं मैसेज करने की ऐसा कर दूंगा।
सॉरी
तो आपने सर्वर बताया ना डिस्कॉर्ड,
जी,
इसको यूज करना नहीं आता।
वो सिंपल व्हाट्सएप जैसा है, जैसे आप व्हाट्सएप में मैसेज डालते हैं आप उसी प्रकार से डिस्कॉर्ड में भी मैसेज डालते हैं। एक प्रकार का व्हाट्सएप है, बस व्हाट्सएप में क्या है कि आपके बहुत सारे काम के मैसेजेस के बीच में बहुत सारे फालतू के मैसेजेस भी होते हैं। डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर में वो फालतू वाले नहीं आते क्योंकि अलग अलग सर्वर अलग अलग चैनल बन रखा होता है, तो आपको सिर्फ काम वाली चीजें अलग अलग जगह पे मिलती हैं। तो डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर एक प्रकार से व्हाट्सएप ही है। आप थोड़ा बहुत अगर गूगल पे सर्च करें कि कैसे यूज करते हैं, आपको 1-2 मिनट के वीडियोस मिल जाएंगे हाउ टू यूज डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर।
ये ग्रुप है ना, ये होमवर्क हेल्प वाला,
जी
इसमें मैंने मैसेज टाइप किया हेलो, तो वो सभी के पास जा रहा है।
हाँ, सभी के पास जा रहा है वो।
इसके क्वेश्चन कैसे पोस्ट होते हैं ना?
उसमें जैसे कि आप फोटो भेज सकते हैं, वो प्लस बटन बना हुआ है नीचे में, उसमें आप फोटो डाल के पूछ सकते हैं सवाल।
अच्छा, अपलोड है फाइल
जी जी।
एक मिनट में मैं आप ट्रायल करता हूँ। मैम आप सभी सब्जेक्ट्स पढ़ाते हो क्या?
ये 3 टॉपिक्स हैं, मतलब इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक थियरी, मैथमेटिकल फिजिक्स और क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स। बट अगर इसके अलावा भी आपको कुछ सवाल मतलब मन करता है कभी पूछने का तो आप पूछ सकते हो, अगर मैं सॉल्व कर सकती हूँ तो मैं बताऊंगी।
मैकेनिक्स है, उससे भी सवाल पूछ सकते हैं।
किन से सवाल? स्टैटिस्टिकल मैकेनिक्स में मेरी उतनी एक्सपर्टीज है नहीं, बट पूछने के लिए आप पूछ सकते हो, जो कि बाकी स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं तो वो बाकी स्टूडेंट्स भी आपको मदद कर सकते हैं अगर उनको सवाल का जवाब आता है तो। ठीक है, तो मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्लास में। आप अपना सवाल वहां पे डाल दीजिएगा। हाँ, मुझे आपका सवाल मिल गया है ये डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर में। ये मैं सवाल देख करके आपको इसका जवाब बता दूंगी। ठीक है, थैंक यू।
Thank you, ma'am.